Hey guys, just a quick video here of a few finds I found at the local thrift store. Went in this morning, pulled up a couple things, and found they were pretty cool. A little cleanup. I cleaned them up now, and everything's looking pretty good. But one of the cool things I found was these floatable lanterns, torch lanterns. It's just a single bulb, huge disc, and if you don't know, that little piece inside there, on a good time of day, probably afternoon, you can actually use that as a to start a fire using this power of the sun. It's a trick to it, but can be done. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. Nice big bold face on there. Had to clean it up a little bit. It was a little dirty, but you see the lenses don't have a scratch on them. Maybe 2 or 3 little ones, but nothing big, nothing major. They do work, as you can see. I don't know if you can see the wall there, because it is daylight out here. There you go. Nice solid beam of light. Alright, threw a battery in it, cleaned them up. I got 2 of these. They were $1 a piece. Couldn't pass it up. Brought them home, cleaned them up. Threw some batteries in it. Works fine. Figured they would. Some more things here. Some candles here. You see there's a 3-piece set. And candles for 75 cents for the set of 3. Nice large ones. Pretty solid. Nice. And 75 cents for a set of 3. Figured I'd throw them in the rest of my pile full of candles. And 2 more smaller ones here. A nickel a piece. For a couple of candles there. There's 2 of them. They're going to throw them up in my bucket, and I got plenty of candles in there. That'll add to it. I figured, what the heck, grab it up. Cool thing that I found was this fluorescent light. It looks like a cupboard light or a fluorescent light. It runs on batteries, AA, and as you can see, it does work. Lights up a pretty good area, fluorescent. The bulb is the original bulb that was in here. You can see there's some scratches on there. Let me turn it off, maybe you can see better. There's some scratches on the lens, but it's nothing major, and it doesn't affect the light any. But it has Velcro on the back of it, so someone had it stuck to something. But you can also hook it on a wall with the screw hanger right there. But I mean, I just think that, you know, you can sit it on your counter like I'm doing now. Just sit it right on the counter, turn it on. It's going to light up a nice small area. So for that alternative lighting, it's pretty cool. And seen a generator today, but they wanted a little too much for it, considering I don't know if it even works. I might have to do some work on it. I decided not to get it. But these are cool finds, real cheap. Everything here under $5, you know, for all this right here at a thrift store. One of the cool finds I found today, though, and this cost me absolutely nothing, but some conversation with the owner, and telling him what I'm into and talking, and she came up with some ideas and was bringing this up to me and said, hey, you know, you can have it if you want. It's really cool. It's an old booklet. It says Fallout Protection. It says what to know and do about nuclear attack, which is really interesting. And I don't know if you can see that on this camera here, but it says the Department of Defense, Office of Civil Defense, has the United States seal on it. And the back of it says Westmoreland County Council of Civil Defense, Alex W. Copeland, Director, John W. Peck, Executive Director, and another seal right there, Department of Defense, United States of America, U.S. seal on the back of it. Official document, official booklet, Department of Defense, Office of Civil Defense. And I was looking on the inside here, and I'm not sure if that says McNamara, but it says Robert S. McNamara, Secretary of Defense. I'm not sure exactly which president he was under. I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what? It was December 1961. So, there you go. JFK. Secretary of Defense during JFK. It's an old booklet. Tells you a lot of different things. What you should know and what you should do. Words to know. Basic facts about nuclear explosions. Fallout. Radiation. Early radiation, exposure to radiation, tells you radiation sickness, long-term effects of radiation, radiation in the air, nuclear explosion, first blast, and it tells you all the details about that. Fallout starts descending. Community shelters. At the time, they actually have a couple diagrams here of some shelters that were being built in the 60s. I don't know if they were ever completed. I'm not exactly sure where they would be, but it says here that this one, right here, was being built under Westchester County Airport. And it's supposed to have been completed by May of 1962. I'm not exactly sure where that is. I have to look that up. I'm going to do some research. I just got this book today, so I'll find out more details about it. This is New York. So I'm assuming it was in New York City. And it says it'll have 10 feet high arches, 20 feet wide by 100 feet long. Steel surface doors lead to corridor tunnels, providing entry to all arches. Interesting, huh? Excuse me. And they have another one over here that they're showing the inside, how it is. This is New York skyscrapers, tall buildings. Would be safe place if it doesn't have a direct blast nearby within so many miles. Personal shelters, lean-to shelters, cellar shelters for your home. How-to, entryways, heating. Tells you how to plan. All the tools you would need to build these particular shelters. It's just pretty cool booklet. I'm gonna read through this whole booklet. I might do a video on something in it later on. There's a hand-operated air blower for ventilation. Interesting. Tells you your food, your first aid. Tells you there. You can see tying splints, controlling bleeding, bandaging a burn, and CPR, artificial respiration. Pretty cool stuff. So I figured, hey, it's a free find. Cool person I met today offered it to me as a gift, and I figured I'd show you guys what I got. And this has all types of places that can help you in building shelters and shelter designs. At that time, of course, DC, New York, Chicago, different places, companies that were there. But hey, I think it's a pretty cool read. So that's what I got today, and I'll talk to you guys later. Keep prepping.